G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge. This one is set in Dubai. And we are the weekly challenge of the 14th of February. We have unlimited roundabouts. We double the number of road tiles awarded. And some color destinations are always circles. Always. Alright, so hopefully the fact that our I guess roundabouts just aren't part of the mix anymore will mean that we get the opportunity at more motorways or more bridges. Probably will be the two major ones for this. I'll see if I can try and squeeze as many roundabouts in there as possible. There shouldn't ever be a need here to have more roundabouts for the sake of saving road. If I'm going to be getting double the amount of road every single time, we should end up with a fair bit of road either way, which is good. Alright, so I guess yellow is going to be one of our always circles. So I already wonder if something like this, should I be just setting up like a roundabout in here straight away? Just have these guys roll into a roundabout, or is it just less efficient? It feels less efficient. It feels like you're still going to have to slow down to get into that, in and out of it, so yeah. Jury is out for now. Certainly for anything where I've got a motorway, I probably would more likely try and do it. But we'll see. Certainly do a fair bit of blocking with unlimited roundabouts. But I've had limited success with any attempt I've ever done of blocking, and I also don't mind the challenge of just playing it as it lies. So Pink's also going to be playing the immediate circular game. Now what I could do is put one here so that guy can connect there without needing to create a without needing to create sort of an intersection here. But this guy here, we definitely want him connected. We could use a bridge to hop him over this way. I'll take the bridge. Get that guy in there now because this guy's going to slow down some stuff. See how that looks. Alright. Let's pause for a second here to try and work out what we want to do here. Make that connection. And then we'll make that weird little temporary connection. A weird little scattering of these houses all over the place. Usually you'd see them go side by side, so it's interesting that that second one's getting thrown all the way up there. Shame I can't connect this guy directly to the bridge. Because really he can't connect anyway that way. It's a really squashed neighborhood dealing with these two guys. I certainly wouldn't consider that enough houses to look after two of these guys either. So the jury is certainly out on this setup. If anything, I would want all 5 of these guys connecting to him. I would like a roundabout in here so that these guys can have a bridge connecting one way, these two can have a bridge connecting the other way. It doesn't feel like that's going to be doable. Possibly we can go the other way too. Is that worthwhile? Probably not. Okay, let's pause for a second because the actual answer here should be flip this around. So those three guys go in there. We can get rid of that. Probably not get rid of all of that. Have these guys. And we can cut this down a little bit. I've got to wait for the bridge to come back before we can do that. Ugh. That is a bad placement. Absolutely decimating this guy's little line here. Okay, let's work this one out. So we've now got two houses sitting on that side of that line that can really sort of operate without hassle. This guy here, we can connect to these two guys, I guess, and run all the way down the outside to get connected. This guy here, what we'll do is we'll flip those two guys that way. We'll have him cut under to... Don't have a bridge to do that with either. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just have him, he gets the motorway. So what we'll do is we'll put a little motorway extension out there. Motorway on that thing that I guess I can't do until... until that roundabout goes away. Definitely take the bridge, and we'll get a bridge over for those guys. Nothing I can really do for these two guys at the moment. I mean, I could cut them across. Yeah, I suppose what we could do is roundabout, and then just go. Firstly, that guy doesn't need to sweep as far as he is, so we can go like that, and then like that. Also means that this guy can connect, and really, these two guys here should, or at least this guy should become the guy looking after this, as opposed to the ones all the way up here. Okay, so this guy, he is going to have to sweep. The more the merrier. Just run them all the way along the bottom for now. This is definitely one where it's... I'm glad we've got as many road tiles as we do, because it does feel like it's going to want us to use all of them. Okay, let's do a little bit of redesign here. So, this guy here, you were just... That's your job now. And this guy here can come in as secondary help. I've got another pink guy over there. We can get rid of that. I feel like this could be a connection option for that. So we've got the two guys there. Now, it does leave these two guys as not having a role at the moment, which is fine. Currently means we've got 6 houses connected to this guy and only the one connected to him. These two guys up here are still connected down to that, so we don't need that either. So we don't need that anymore. We can also cut the corner immediately there. And we can consider what we want to use those two guys for. This guy's reasonably close, but definitely not close enough to do it on his own. So that's definitely a nice, helpful little assist. Okay, so these two guys, so he's still operating on one house. We would use these two houses just to jump all the way over for now. We quite possibly could just build a bridge to do that. I could set these guys up to... I mean, I realize that's going to now cause a little bit of a weight on this guy, but let's try and make use of our roundabouts that we've got. Alright, well, we want to get these guys on the right side of this line, so we will just now shift these guys even further that way. We now got to figure out something for this guy too. And really the available guys at the moment are this. The fact that we've got 2 circular pinks on double destinations feels like it's already going to be a nightmare we won't recover from. Let's see how we do. Okay, we'll just make sure that we use all the roundabouts we got. Okay, that one. Now we do have 95 squares and 1 bridge. We could get this guy all the way from there to here. In fact, let's go the other way with those ones. Suppose that they can... might be able to just sort of sneak through without interfering with anyone else. Very loosely. See how long that lasts. And these guys up here. Let's... enemy bridges. Did I just burn a bridge? I did use that one. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of this. And we'll connect those guys there. And then we will connect a motorway over to that. And these guys can... we will put in a roundabout. This is definitely going to fail if it has to run for too long. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll set up just a little extra dip out. Those guys hop over there. Not really enough, okay. Good news is that what we can at least now do is we can already get rid of that long mess. And what we can do is just put a little lip down there to a roundabout that sits a little bit cleaner there. Further out than it needs to be. And probably we want to connect a motorway to that as well. Well, that is going to be a big help. You not so much. I can tell now. Okay, let's we do have a bridge. Get those 3 to work there, and then he can work around them. I'll just ignore him for now. Now this... I'm starting to think that this guy should connect down here. And in fact, what we'll do... I'll take the bridge. So the annoying thing is that this is now enough, guys. These guys don't even need to be part of this anymore. So what we will do is, what we want is we want these guys to be, yes, connected properly. What we'll do is we'll disconnect that to allow this guy to cut through there. We will disconnect this one guy to go help out up there. And then this guy can go up as well. Leaving 3 for this guy, 3 for that guy. I'm also going to cut them off from the rest of this. Hopefully 4 guys for that should be enough. There are 6 guys connected to him, but they're much further away. And we'll instead put that guy who's struggling over to this one. It's just as long as I can get away from there quick enough that this guy doesn't go into a panic. We'll just convert him over there as well for now, just to help out. So it's now a 5-3 split. So what we'll do is we will, can't imagine that we're going to fit a roundabout in there. We can. So what we'll do is we'll move this to just be over the top of that guy, and then put that around that way. Okay. So what we will now do is we will convert these 3 guys. Disconnect them so that we just remember we're not using them for anything at the moment. We'll get rid of that briefly. And we will take these 3 guys and run them down here. So they're now looking after him. It's now going to be... these 4 guys who will take over looking after that one. Just gotta wait for this to return. This last guy. Really don't have enough houses to cater for that at this point, so hopefully they give us something extra. So certainly, these guys here could do with a roundabout or 2. Give them 1 here, I suppose. They can now have that awful journey. Taking care of him. We've got this guy here, so we'll connect him on there to help out, because these 2 are definitely the ones that are struggling, not that guy. Take the bridge again. Traffic lights would be nice, but just don't have we just need the bridges, really. I think that that's probably going to be enough for this guy. One more and I'll completely cut off that road, but for now, hopefully they should be alright. We've gained a lot of yellow houses down the bottom here, but I mean, those are looking after 2, so it is still just a 5-4 split between those. Okay, so this goes down to just having 3 connect to him. So what we'll do is we'll connect him in there, and we'll just join that extra house to see how they go. We have a few more pink houses up here. But definitely these 2 over here aren't needed anymore in helping out for that. Probably weren't needed there for a long time now. But no real way to get them to connect down here. I mean, I could run them into this roundabout and then out the other side, I suppose. And that's blue, so that's not going to mean that anyone's going to try and cut through to that. So let's kill that connection. And we will run this. It does give us 2 green guys here too, but that also won't impact anything here. Run them down there, and then across here. In there. Probably a bit more of a long run than that needs to be. Okay. Connect him. We can see that these guys are being used, so there definitely is concern about the availability of guys getting to these. So that's good. It does feel like I'm a bit underhoused here with the amount of circular guys we've got going on. Well, these two seem to have fixed themselves up quite nicely. There's almost enough of a case here that I could just flip this guy around, and then there's just these 3 or potentially these 4 houses look after him. Okay, this guy is definitely the worst of what we've got at the moment. Alright, so this guy here, he can connect to that. Can we get a roundabout in there somewhere? No. And we'll connect him there too, so we'll give those 2 to that guy. This might make this guy way worse off, so we'll keep an eye on that. Just what we needed, another yellow house. Now what we need is a motorway. We need a motorway to be able to help out. What did I just get? This. Alright, so this guy here, let's run him up into there. We'll get this guy to connect to that road. That's 5 guys on him. There's 5 guys on that. Neither of these 2 guys look overly bad. This guy, oh, he's just there. So can we get a roundabout anywhere in here? There. Let's get that in there. What we could do is I could run these guys across the face of here. Let's get rid of that. We'll go mess of that this way for them. Then what we will do is we will turn around. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 8 guys for 2. It's 4 each. What we will do is we will take this guy here and we'll run him straight across so that someone's going to have to cut across. That's only a square, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. We may as well make it him. Or alternatively, what we could do is we could flick him back that way. This is a road for dark blues. There's no yellows connected to that thing at all. So what we can do is we can connect these 2 guys there and then make a roundabout here that swings into and then swings out of, and they can go that way. Get in. Means we don't need that bridge anymore. Just make that a slightly nicer little hook. So there's 4 guys connected to him, and it's only dark blue that's otherwise going this way. Hopefully these 4 are doing an alright job at taking care of them. The argument for a roundabout somewhere in here, so that these 4 can look after both, very compelling. Let's do it. So we'll get rid of that otherwise, just to try and reduce the amount of... I think the roundabout probably will still work. Bring it in a little bit. To reduce the amount of confusion, because I just don't want to reach a point where I've got... I'm not realizing that I'm sending different colors on different roads. Can we get him in there somewhere? Yes, just there. So what we'll do is we will cut around, turn these 2 guys around, and see how they go. I kind of think that based on the distance traveled for these guys, they're way better off. They're more likely to be taken care of if they're going with just the 4. Okay, so the next thing to look after is these 2 guys here. And we do still have these 3 connected. Right, so they're looking after that. That's what that guy's job is. These 2. So what we currently need is just a quick surge of guys to come help out down here. So what we can do, we can go 1, 2, 3. Motorway. And jump them to... I suppose there. I mean, it does put them through that roundabout, but I don't think the issue over here is congestion within the roundabout. It's more just lack of cars, really. Now, that doesn't feel like that's addressed the amount of cars that we actually need here. Let's get rid of that. Bring him into this too. Oh, there's another house in there as well. Come on, guys. Yeah, nice work. So because we've got 5 there and we've got 4 houses here, if this is a permanent fix, giving these guys this motorway to get over here, which I'm not certain it is yet, but if it was a permanent fix, then what I could do is just divide these 2 guys apart, and then they can have just sort of 4 or 5 going to them individually. The fact that we have just gotten another motorway does improve the chances that that's what we'll do. Okay, with the inclusion of that guy there, I'm going to split that guy there, cut that, put him there. So there's 4 guys now looking after that. We'll turn this guy around, so there's now 4 guys still looking after him. And it means that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys looking after him. So possibly we can shift that around if need be. 5th guy up there, that helps with that situation. So what we will do is we will break this guy off. From there, we'll move that over to there. He's got 5 houses. He's got 4. We'll give him number 5 back. Can connect that guy there. So he's got 5. This one's got 4. And there are still these 2 houses actually at the back helping out with this guy if need be. In fact, as well, these guys can now come across here too, and they can also help out with this. This guy's not doing well. So he's just gotten another house too. Oh, we also have to get dark blue up here. Okay, we've got 2 bridges, we've got a motorway. This is the closest guy here. But he isn't... that guy connected his... What we could do is just make that connection. See how that goes. Okay, and let's address this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can pull him. We could also go this guy. This dude here is handling things really well with how few, only having the 2 houses, but we'll see if we cause any problems by adding this guy here or if he stays okay. I guess Ink must be in the middle of a surge as well because there's a few more to go on as well. Okay. We probably don't need the bridge now, so we can finally get some traffic lights. This guy here, we will bring down to connect in there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is pause again. We're going to flip these 3 guys. They're going to go that way. I'm going to flip him back and disconnect that. I realised this guy here could actually connect there and he would be able to make it over to that guy, but I don't want to make someone have to travel the opposite direction through all this traffic that's already in a bit of a struggle. There's another pink house there too. It's a shame. If that had been a greenhouse, this would have made for a nice little ideal neighborhood, but he is well caught up. This guy hasn't sort of suffered as a result. We will turn that guy back around because we've gotten so many houses to look after this guy now. I mean, I'm not convinced about the way that I've set this up now that these... I mean, now there's 3 of them. Let's just get rid of that. Let's do a split. I do have an extra... Oh, we're getting a lot of houses up there now. I do have an extra motorway, and there's this tiny argument here that I should give that motorway to this guy. Alright, let's also sort out our yellows. So now we have a lot of yellow guys that are looking at these two here. So let's get rid of that. Let's put that straight down there. Let's bend him up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looking at that guy, we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. 6 looking at that guy, so they're now separated out. We've still got 4 guys looking at this. We can definitely give him that, so it's... And that guy can go that way, so it's, what, 7, 5... Alright, so here's a nice little community here that we can use to get over here. Now, those guys don't operate all the way to the top corner. What we can do now is we can flip these 3 guys, get rid of that, send this guy that way, give those to him, send this guy that way, flip those 2 around, run that through here. He can't sneak through, or we can if we just do that. Sneak through, can we fit a roundabout in there? We can. So he can join there. We can get rid of this. We can then take these 4 guys and flip them the other way. Them right away go into there. Right, when there's not a motorway there, they... Well, when it's a roundabout that's getting rid of, they can't cope with the idea of what's happening, so you just do those sudden searches. So that's not a reflection of anything. This should hopefully calm down once they clear out this initial rush. Okay, so pink is still having a bit of a problem. Got a lot more pink down this bottom side though. Good, we can see we've taken care of those. Yeah, this guy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can give him 6. Cut that guy out, and we can connect these 2 guys down here as well, I suppose. This guy has 6 houses too, so I'm not quite sure why he's struggling as much as he could. It could just be an awkward little connection here, maybe. Don't know why this guy's having as much of an issue as he is too. Like, this is the only guy that's quite happy with his situation. Alright, what we're going to do then, so we can see that these guys aren't really being used at the moment, so we're going to try and just do some quick fixes. We will swing this guy up to this side. See if they can help out with that. That guy's only a square, so we can see there's heaps of sort of room to maneuver around him. So these guys will just go and quickly help out there. Let's turn that guy a bit more facing the way that he's heading. Alright, cool. We can see the massive flick that's done on that guy. This guy here is also sort of correcting a nice pace. But we don't have to then pivot these guys around to do anything. Some of these guys, both that guy and that guy, are still only operating on 2 houses. I will just leave that there for now, although I'm not sure it's even being used. Okay. Now you're a grievance because you're going to get in the way of these guys, so we can just flip these guys back around the other way. So they're now over there. This guy here. Let's move you two out of the way. Let's get these 3 guys here. And connect you this way. Disconnect that. And let's disconnect that guy now. I don't think anyone from here is actually being used at the moment. I think all 4 of these guys, that guy's only a square, so he's not needed. Only these 2 pink guys up here would be the only other guys that might still be using that route. So we're going to get rid of this route. Now we will just sort of keep those guys all connected together. These 3 guys, we will run down to here. So there's now 6 guys looking after him. And what we will do is we will take this little weird network, we will send them over there. That feels like that one's going to be a disaster for us, that this guy. Hopefully we can get some pink up in this area, but certainly not holding my breath. So you can see pink is just in a constant state of freaking out. Although this guy right here might help out this guy's long-term success. Pink is certainly going for it at the moment. Okay. What we're going to do is we are going to get rid of this roundabout because we've now disconnected pink. We can cut those guys from there. We can get rid of that. And what we can do is move all the way back up to here. Put a motorway there. Bounce them across. That now means that we can cut through into this section. Now, every single person in these pink houses is actually currently occupied. They are all doing something. So what we'll do is we'll connect these 2 guys here to go around to help out with that one. They are certainly the long-term connect there, but take it. These guys here could sort of help out with that. We'll see. Alright, that guy's escalated as well. Getting more and more pink houses to help out with this one. I'm surprised at how badly this guy's going. I mean, it's not the worst. There's a lineup of guys just waiting to get in. This guy I'm going to give to this lot because he's also having a struggle. This one here is sort of quietly getting worse. We can flip around this guy to help out there. There's a lot of houses that have just suddenly popped up on this route, so he's actually got a lot of attention. Now, where are you going? Oh, you're going... No, hang on. Let's see what we've done there. Let's get rid of that. We don't want those green guys sort of passing through here, trying to help out over here. Okay, but we do have... Do we have the ability to get more green guys to help out over here? Because this is starting to... Green is starting to have some problems. So if we connect that... We can just do a weird sort of connection there too. So these two green guys can now go over there and help out. We have two yellow houses right here that certainly should be addressing this. And hopefully they do head that way. Again, we've got some more green down here with problems. So what we'll do is we'll connect that there to get these two guys to help out with that one. This guy here is now on the absolute brink. We have a motorway, so is there anyone that's currently not in use? I can't believe how badly this guy's doing with these two houses. I mean, I reckon I could actually pull these three from use, and I will. Because it's more about these guys being able to get home quick and back. That is going to be what helps them out. Problem is those three guys currently aren't at home, so there's no use in trying to get them to be the quick fix for this guy up here. So what we will do is we will just make this guy hopefully the quick, at least the quick little assistance. Drop there to get two more houses going. Where this green guy's headed. See how we go. Basically, if we can get a backlog here, it's not awful. Might mean that they can just sort of get in there and help out. And it looks like they've achieved it. Nice work, fellas. Okay, so now we've got this yellow here that needs a bit of help. We've got two yellow houses just sitting down here unused. This road here is just for two pink guys. So what we can do, run that up there. See if we can get them to get in there and help. This guy here needs a little bit of help, so we can get a few of these guys at the back to go sneak over there. We can, I reckon, get rid of this now. You can see how nicely he's cleaned up. So we'll say get rid of that. Just keep an eye on how this yellow guy's doing. This guy here is, not surprisingly, having a problem with having no one connected. Actually, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do instead is we are going to find 3 houses. We're going to run them straight over, and we're then just going to flip that guy to the other side. Now this pink is just keeping an eye on how he's doing. The good news is as soon as we gave that pink one back, it meant these guys could get their replacement one. These guys here still aren't doing too much better. The positive is that these two houses are actually also both needed over there. So let's just quickly give a shift of everyone that's available to get over and help out with this. We're just getting offered traffic lights and bridges, neither of which I'm currently getting any use out of. Okay, this guy here is back to having complaints. We will get him in there. I don't really want to make him a traffic light, but... Okay, so pink is back on the board of not being happy. So now we're going to do this again, but we're going to put it closer to the 3 houses as opposed to closer to the one that does have someone at home. We also have these pink houses here that we can possibly use to run a loop around here, come in. There's another yellow that's going to be nice and close to this guy. I don't know if there's a way that we can work these houses around this connection. Looks like pink everywhere is not happy. I've got a few pink guys on this side. Actually could be quite useful. We'll get this guy to connect on there to give him a little bit extra support too. Get those two connecting to help out this guy who's actually pretty well off. Okay, so this guy here is again our major problem child. We don't have anything else that we can really offer him, so then again the problem is just guys getting in there. It's a nightmare setup. That's my own fault, I would say, but we'll get rid of that one because hopefully these guys here can help out That's only a normal sort of square, so we can just run them through there, and we'll make that a set of lights. Hopefully it does mean that these guys can start to slowly move in here a little bit quicker. This guy here's actually got the exact same problem. So what we'll do is we'll just run these guys across to help out there too. See if they can get in the back of that. Again, this is just a nasty intersection that hopefully our lights can help out with. Got a whole lot of these guys up here too, that to the extent that we possibly don't even need this highway anymore. I mean, that guy's not looking great, so we won't declare that just yet. We'll shift that guy over to help out with this one though. Okay, this guy here now having problems. So what we're going to do is, well, we can't really get rid of that motorway. We're still waiting for this motorway to come back. Cool, we've just gotten it. It's probably going to be too late for this now, but we will just jump these guys over here, see if they can get in there just as this. Oh, I don't think there's anyone else coming. Oh, we held on for a really long time there. I think that's quite a good one. Let's see how we did. Number 5. Definitely can hang our hat on that. Not too bad at all. We can probably assume we're in the top 1% with a score like that one. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. But till next time, catch you later. See ya.